Hello friends and welcome to your YouTube channel, My Expert Doctor. I am Dr. Shalini Singh Salonke, your consultant physician. Through this channel, we share health-related science-based information directly from expert with a vision to make your future healthy and happy. Have you ever given a thought about what's your chances or percentage of risk of developing diabetes in future? If yes, then this is the video you were looking for. In this video, we are going to explain in simplest possible way what's the root cause of diabetes, what are the risk factors which can lead to development of diabetes, and an easy way to help you assess your risk of developing diabetes in future. Diabetes is going to be the biggest problem in future. If we are able to understand this problem perfectly, we will find a solution for ourselves and we will prevent ourselves from becoming a diabetic in future. So without wasting any more time, let's start today's video. But just a small request that please don't skip this video or pause this video in between, because this is very important. If you understand the problem properly, you will be able to find solutions by yourself. So let's start today's video. First of all, let us have a look about some data which is very important, which will help you to understand the gravity of the situation. Now, as per WHO, worldwide around 537 million adults, that is between age group of 20 to 80 years, are suffering from diabetes. This is around 1 in every 10 adults is diabetic. Looking at the predictions, this number is going to increase to 643 million in 2030 and around 783 million by 2045. Now let's move on to India's statistics. Around 77 million adults are diabetic in India, which is amounting to around 10 to 14% of Indian adult population. This number is predicted to increase to around 134 million by 2045. And very interestingly, around 20 to 30% population of the world is suffering from pre-diabetes or at the verge of converting to pre-diabetes, and they are not aware of this fact. So these numbers are huge. This problem is huge. Now let's understand what is diabetes. If someone will ask you, or if someone will ask a doctor will explain this thing in a very simple way in one line, that diabetes is all about improper metabolism of sugar or glucose. But is this sufficient? Absolutely no. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure you must be knowing about iceberg because you all have seen Titanic movie. So the core problem is much bigger compared to this tip that you are seeing. It's just not the glucose metabolism abnormality. It's about the metabolic dysfunction happening in the body. So let's understand this problem properly today. Now, before understanding the problem of glucose metabolism, let us understand the normal metabolism first. So when we take food reaches intestine. In intestine, the carbohydrate of food is converted into glucose. This glucose then goes into blood and increase the blood glucose level. This increased blood glucose level acts as a trigger for pancreas to release insulin. This insulin is the game changer. The function of this insulin is to get glucose into the cells. So this insulin, when it comes into blood, it starts moving towards cells. On the surface of the cells, there are certain receptors which are sensitive to insulin. This insulin then gets attached to these receptors and some magic happens and certain gates get opened which allow glucose to enter into cells. So in short, this insulin helps glucose to enter into cells. So when glucose enters into cells, the amount of glucose in blood drops down, which leads to a drop down level of insulin. That is, after some time, your insulin and blood glucose levels, both of them will decrease. This is a normal glucose metabolism. Now what happens when it starts becoming abnormal? And what is that condition? That condition is called insulin resistance. So what happens in insulin resistance? Food enters into your intestine where it gets converted into glucose. Glucose goes into blood. Increased blood glucose level causes pancreas to release insulin. The level of insulin increase in blood. this insulin moves towards cells, try and get attached to the receptors present in the cells. But these receptors are somehow become resistant to this insulin. They do not identify this insulin anymore. So when this insulin is unable to get attached to the receptors, the gates on the cell surface will not open, and hence the blood glucose will not enter into the cells. Now, since the glucose is unable to enter into cells, its number keeps on increasing, its amount keeps on increasing in blood. Because there is a constant high amount of glucose in blood, it keeps on triggering pancreas to release more and more insulin. So, at the end, you have an increased blood glucose as well as increased insulin level in blood. This is the first step or first landmark or first milestone for an abnormal glucose metabolism. If it keeps happening, you will reach to a stage which is called prediabetes. And over a period of time, because of constant triggering of pancreas, the pancreas started shutting down and the release of insulin keeps on reducing. At this point of time, you have reduced amount of insulin in blood and increased amount of blood sugar level, and this is the stage of diabetes. So, you have a huge amount of time for a normal metabolism of glucose to reach to an abnormal state, that is insulin resistance, from there to a prediabetes and from there to diabetes. If you understand this problem and you stop and you try to find your solution at any of the initial stage, you will not reach the stage of diabetes, which is the whole and sole motive of giving you this explanation. Now, as you have understood that insulin resistance is the first step or the first stage of an abnormal glucose metabolism or diabetes. So we must understand that what is the risk factor, what's the causes of developing an insulin resistance. So let's have a look. The most important is obesity, especially abdominal obesity or visceral obesity. The second most important is lifestyle or sedentary lifestyle or inactivity. Third important thing is high carbohydrate intake in diet. Fourth is gestational diabetes. Few females develop diabetes during pregnancy, which is called gestational diabetes, but it can trigger insulin resistance later. Other causes are PCOD, fatty liver, family history of diabetes, ethnicity, races. We have seen or there are researches which have shown that Asian population is at a higher risk of developing insulin resistance and diabetes. Likewise, age more than 45 years, hormonal disorders like Cushing's syndromes and acromegaly, medications like antipsychotics, steroids, HIV medications, etc. And very important, sleep disorder or inability to sleep properly or insomnia. So these are certain risk factors which increases the chances of developing insulin resistance and thereby diabetes. So if you fall into any of these categories, this is an alarming bell for you. Now, how will you identify whether you have developed insulin resistance or you can develop insulin resistance? The first important thing is BMI calculation. If your BMI ranges between 18 to 25, it's okay. If it is more than that, that means that you have developed overweight or obesity and you are at a risk or high risk of developing insulin resistance. Second is your waist circumference. If your waist circumference is more than half of your height in centimeter, another indicator that you have insulin resistance. Apart from that, there are certain blood tests as well which can help you to identify your problem, like fasting blood glucose level, HbA1c and oral glucose tolerance test. So my suggestion is, if you fall into any of the risk factors of insulin resistance or prediabetes, you must go ahead and do these blood tests every 6 monthly so that you can identify your problems as early as possible. That is, if you have developed prediabetes or something, you can act on it and stop it then and there. You will not let it move to diabetic stage. Now, very simple thing, how can you prevent insulin resistance? What can you do to revert insulin resistance? Very simple things. You have to maintain your healthy BMI, healthy weight. which should be between 18 to 25. You have to have some physical activity in your life. That is, WHO says that moderate activity for about 30 minutes every day, 5 times a week is enough to keep you active. What is moderate activity? It's like small brisk walk for 30 minutes or treadmill run or cycling, something like that. Another thing is accepting healthy diet or dietary changes that you should make in your life. I'm sure you must have seen hundreds of videos on this till date. But if you want something specific about insulin resistance related dietary changes, do let me know, put it in the comment box. I'll make a separate video for you on that. Also, relaxation and sleep is very important. As you know that these can also trigger insulin resistance, you must dedicate some minutes or some hours of your day for relaxation, like doing meditation or involving yourself in something recreational activities, maybe some family time, X, Y, Z, according to your preferences, and adapt a proper sleep habit. I've already made a video on proper sleeping habits, 20 tips for good sleep. You will get the link of this particular video on I button as well as in the description box. If you have missed it, do check it out today itself. Now we have properly understood what we can do to prevent ourselves from insulin resistance. How can we identify whether we have developed insulin resistance at an early stage? What is the root cause of diabetes? Since we have understood everything, I'm pretty much sure that you will give your 100% and you will not let your insulin resistance or pre-diabetic stage to move to diabetes. We have to keep our future safe and healthy. And with diabetes, it's not possible. So this was all about today's video. I hope it made sense to you. You've understood things and you will work on it. So we'll come again in some other videos with some other health related information for you to make your future healthy. Till then, stay safe, stay happy at your place.